I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. That is Masturbators, The Simplest, and Even After Movies, Crushgasm, Men Are the Prize, and Love is Black. Please check out all of our podcasts for different podcast needs. And Masturbators is always done in front of a live social media audience. We're a mature podcast that talk about mature things. It's not kid friendly, but if you want to listen with your kids, that's on you. We warned you. Have a good day. Hello. Welcome to Masturbators Presents 2 on 2. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and we are doing a very special episode for Father's Day. Now, there will be a part 1 and a part 2 with the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast networks, and it will be the week before Father's Day. And so we're going to do a 2 on 2 for both of these parts, and we're going to have Harvey and Amanda do the first part. So Harvey, Amanda, how are you?
Yay. Good.
Why am I blurry?
I don't know. You're not blurry to me.
Oh, really? Okay.
You look fine here.
I look super blurry to me. That's really weird. Okay. Well,
okay.
As long as you guys say I look fine.
All right. Miss Blurry, how are you?
Great. Happy to be here.
And Harvey, how are you?
I am doing well. Another great day. This is a different one. You know, it's usually me and my old fogey man, but today it is me and Amanda. And we're gonna have some fun. So this is cool.
Well,
yeah.
I wanted to do this differently because I feel like it was always, boys, girls, So I wanted to have male, female versus male, female. I want to see how it goes. And Harvey can't shoot for shit. So
I know you heard me, miss. And it's like right there too. It's ridiculous.
Damn. All right. So anyway, we're going to do the Father's Day bracket. This is the movies and TV dad bracket that we already did for fan voting. But this is just off of Harvey's and Amanda's picks. How this goes: the highest seed will always play lowest seed. There'll be a bye in the fourth and the quarterfinals. If there's a tiebreaker from Harvey and Amanda, I will always be the tiebreaker. So keep that in mind because I can piss people off. And also something new that we're starting today for playing games. They're not going to be a matchup. They're going to say all 4 play-ins. And then the best 2 will go on.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So I started that. But at the time of this recording, we're doing the worst movies of all time, and I started with that. So I'm gonna say the top. I'm gonna say the 4. You're gonna pick 2, and then those 2 will move on. All right.
All right.
Actually, before the 2 on 2, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna say 4. Harvey gonna say the best, and then Amanda, you're gonna say the second best. And then those 2 can move on.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, are you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, Harvey. So for the playing games, you got Bernie McCullough from the Bernie Mac Show, John Quincy Archibald, John Q, Andre Johnson, Blackish, or Robin Murtaugh, Lethal Weapon. I just need one.
Roger Murtaugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Robin. I was like,
No. Roger. Mm-hmm.
Who's Robin?
Yeah. On that, I will take Agent Murtaugh.
All right.
Officer Murtaugh. Yeah.
At the end, he was a captain that got demoted.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. All right. So,
Still
Amanda.
captain to me.
Amanda, you get 3. So, I'm going to say it again. Bernie Mac from the Bernie Mac Show, John Quincy Archibald, John Q, or Andre Johnson, Blackish.
This is bad. These should not be play-ins. I really don't want Dre to be out of this already, but I feel like you have to have John Q. I mean, look what that guy did to save his kid's life. I'm gonna go with John Q. Damn it.
I would have went John Q too. John Q was my first pick.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bury my son. That's my favorite. John Q is my favorite dance watch movie of all time. Me personally. I love that movie. All right, let's get to the actual bracket. Harvey, number 1. Okay, and I want to say this again. I did not make these rankings. These rankings come from ranker.com. You got a problem with that? Blame Ranker. There you go. Now, here you go. Got out of my system. All right. Harvey, number 1, Marlin from Finding Nemo. Version number 100, Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm going to go with Uncle Phil.
Amanda.
I mean, both of these should be moving on. I mean, Marlon went across the entire ocean and back for his kid, but I know you hate Nemo. Yeah, I mean, I got to go with Uncle Phil as well. I can't believe that was at the bottom. What the fuck?
It was clearly there wasn't a black person within a mile of the room when they would come up with these rankings. That's crazy.
So let me rephrase that. This is not from Ranker. I'm sorry, I did not say that. This is from a random website that got 100 of these, 104 of these. So I do want to make sure that so I won't get sued. That this is not from Ranker.
So we can't say fuck Ranker today. Okay.
We still can, but not because of this.
But not because of this.
Yeah.
Anyway. Amanda, number 2, Flex Washington, 101. Verse number 99, Al Bundy, Married with Children.
Seriously? I mean,
number 2 is from Flex 101.
Again, I didn't make these.
Dude, you didn't make these rankings, but how did you even go with these? You got to acknowledge some. Really?
Okay, it's Al Bundy.
Okay,
that's insane.
Jesus.
All right,
wow.
Harvey.
Likewise, that's ridiculous.
So God is truth. The reason why I kept like this, because I know people going what I did is one people was going to be upset. We kept like this because I love the reactions. I'm not gonna lie. I love the reactions.
How long was I personally even on? Like
4 or 5 seasons.
Okay, all right.
Harvey,
yeah.
Number 3, Ned Flanders, The Simpsons. Verse number 98, Mufasa, The Lion King.
Are we being punked right now?
Listen, just act like listen. Dude,
okay,
allow these just act like these doesn't shock you. All right.
Okay, Mufasa is my. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Mufasa.
All right. Again, listen. The reason why I get these rankings from somewhere else, so I don't have to rank myself. Yeah. All right. I am lazy. I'm just saying that right now. All right.
I mean, Ned's probably the best dad on that show, but still, it's not a number 3 dad.
All right, Amanda. Number 4, Ted Lasso. Or number 97, Robert Freeman, The Boondocks.
Ooh. See, y'all haven't watched Ted Lasso, so I'm going to vote for Ted. I know he's not going to move on, but I still highly recommend watching Ted Lasso. He's a great human and a great dad.
Harvey.
I've never seen Ted Lasso. I don't have Apple TV. I had it. I did one of those 3-month things, and then I never watched anything.
Oh.
I got it simply to watch Ted Lasso, and then didn't watch it. So because I haven't seen it, I can't vote for Ted Lasso. So Robert Freeman.
So I'm the tiebreaker. I watched Ted Lasso for a couple of episodes. It wasn't for me. Just honest to God truth. I still have Apple TV because it comes with T-Mobile. Mm-hmm. And the best show of 2023 is Shrinking. Oh my God, that shit's amazing.
Shrinking is amazing.
Shrinking is amazing. All right.
So is Severance. You should check out Severance. I'll tell you about it later. It's really messed up, but it's really good.
But I'm going to Robert Freeman because it's the Boondocks. It is what it is. All right. Harvey, number 5, Christopher Julius Rock. Everybody hates Chris. Verse number 96, Duke Leto, Doom.
Julius, I guess.
And Amanda?
Julius.
All right. And Julius will play Robin Murtaugh in the next round. Amanda, Fred Andrews, Riverdale, number 6. Verse number 95, Nick Parker, The Parent Trap.
Oh, Fred Andrews.
Harvey?
Nick Parker.
I'm going to go with Fred Andrews here because I hated the fucking Parent Trap.
All
versions of it. All versions.
Really?
All versions of the Parent Trap.
Really?
Oh, the Parent Trap. The one with the latest one was so good.
And Kent is right.
Kendra,
Nick Parker
he was a horrible dad.
Nick Parker was a horrible dad.
What are you talking about?
You know,
Wait a minute. The Parent Trap. Explain. I'm sorry. How was he a bad dad?
You know who your daughter is?
That's your whole basis? Get out of here.
If your daughter went somewhere and then somebody was...
You mean you're... Okay, first, it's a twin. So it's not somebody who's completely different looking. It's a twin.
So identical twins is not always identical. So I'm sorry, no.
Identical twins are not always identical.
No. I mean, like Tia and Tamara. I literally watched a TikTok with Tia X and her daughters. Which one's mommy, which one's daddy, which one's mommy, which one's auntie, and they always pick mommy because they always know something features about her. You have different features about her. I hate it. And anyway,
so then
thank you, Kendra.
So then the mom is just as bad too, then, because she didn't know.
1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
So they're both bad parents. All right.
Yes.
Fred Andrews was an incredible dad, like incredible. I know Riverdale wasn't for everybody, but he was amazing on that show.
All right, Harvey. Okay, Facebook user. I think that's Emily, but I'm not sure. Harvey, number 7, Dill Pendergrass, Easy A, versus number 94, Travis Henderson, Paris, Texas.
I haven't seen either one of them. The first one.
Yeah, definitely. He is a great dad. I wanted to be a part of the Pendergrass family so bad after I watched that movie.
So, Harvey, which one you pick?
Oh, wait a minute. The first one was Easy A, the movie?
Easy A.
Yeah, I have seen Easy A. Okay, no, I do know that dad. All right, yes.
So, Easy A?
Yes.
Yeah, Bill was an amazing dad.
Yeah.
Bill was a cool ass dad.
Very cool dad. Stanley Tucci can do no wrong, in my opinion, anyway.
Basically.
Well, Dill Pendergrass will play Philip Banks in the next round.
Oh, bye.
These rankings are hilarious.
Amanda, number 8, Leland Palmer, Twin Peaks, or number 3, Kyle Reese, The Terminator.
Kyle.
Harvey.
Kyle.
When you go back in time and see your boy.
Yeah.
All right, and then die for him as well.
Love.
Spoiler alert. All right, Harvey.
That movie's like 50 years old.
Just saying. Harvey, number 9, Keith Scott, One Tree Hill. Verse number 92, Joe Kingman, The Game Plan.
One Tree Hill guy.
And Amanda?
Was he their dad? The Game Plan, or is that the...
No,
the Game Plan is the one with The Rock, right?
With The Rock.
But I thought it was the babysitter.
No. The Game Plan was he was a dad to the little girl, because the little girl came out of nowhere.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'm going with Game Plan as well. But I really could care less of either one. I just saw it. I never watched One Tree Hill. And
I didn't either.
Neither did I, but in that movie, The Rock wasn't that good of a father. Or he eventually became one, which is every movie with a dad.
Right.
But yeah, so no.
It's a character trope.
Yeah.
Amanda, number 10, Jonathan Kent, Smallville. Number 91, Cameron Poe, Con Air.
Ooh. That's tough. I'm going to go with Jonathan Kent. I mean, I know Cameron was trying to get home to his kid, but he'd never met her before, so we didn't really get to see him be a dad.
Harvey?
Agreed. Same. Smallville.
Yeah. I will win with Jonathan Kent as well. First things first, Jonathan Kent will play Al Bundy in the next round. And also, I got a bone pick with Cameron Poe because he let Dave Chappelle die in that movie. So far.
Put the bunny back in the box.
All right, Harvey. Number 11, Atticus Finch, To Kill a Mockingbird. Or number 90, Hal Wilkerson, Malcolm in the Middle.
Until I'm interested to see what I vote against, who I vote for to vote against Addison Finch. It's definitely To Kill a Mockingbird. And just keep that moving for a while.
Amanda?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And Atticus Finch will play Mufasa in the next round.
That's a good one.
Amanda, number 12, Johnny Rose, Schitt's Creek. Or number 89, Guido Orfis, Life is Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Guido.
Wow.
Yeah, so
if you've seen Life is Beautiful, that's a great dad right there.
Wow.
Harvey.
He might be the best. I kind of forgot about him. He might be the best dad on this list. It's definitely Guido.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a heartbreaker of a movie.
It is. Oh, God. But the lengths he went to, the stuff he did to protect. Oh, man. Okay.
Rough.
All right. Harvey. Number 13, George Bank, father of the bride. Versus number 88, Martin Goodman, Friday Night Lights.
Follow the Bride.
Amanda?
Yeah, I'm going to go with George Banks. He was a little problematic, but he loved his kids so much.
Was he problematic?
In the way he kind of was like, the way he was like making such a fit about everything, and it was all really just because he didn't want to let his little girl go. He was a little overbearing. I guess I don't mean problematic's not the right word. I guess just a little overbearing.
I feel like he was just being a dad.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, because I know a lot of moms that do the same thing. I mean,
oh yeah.
Legitimately, last night I was joking with Emily about my son. When he grows up 15 years, and the girl going to say, "Hey, you got to choose between me and your mom." And her exact words, "He's a mama boy. He's not gonna do anything." So, just saying.
Emily's not an asshole, so I don't think it will ever come to that. But you know, some moms need to be cut off.
Yeah.
You ever watch that show, I'm in Love with a Mama's Boy? Some of these women, some of these boy moms are out there just wild, like insane, like in love with their sons. I think it's ridiculous. Anyway.
Okay, well, George Bank will play Robert Freeman in the next round. All right. Amanda, help me with his name because I never saw him. Well, I didn't know his last name, but anyway, number 14, Ryan Volvo, Freaky Friday. Or number 87, Chase Tenenbaum, the Royal Tenenbaums.
I'm going with Chase.
Chase. Is that Ben Stiller's part?
That's Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, because it's not Royal. But no. Okay, yeah. So I love that movie.
I love that movie.
I love Royal Tenenbaum so much.
All right, Harvey, number 15, Louis Hung, Fresh Off the Boat. Or number 86, Mitchell Prickett, Modern Family. Pritchett.
Mitchell.
Mitch is the little one.
And who was the first one? I'm sorry, the first one again?
Louis Hung, Fresh Off the Boat.
Fresh Off the Boat.
Amanda?
I'm going with Mitch.
Fresh Off the Boat wins.
Because you don't like Modern Family.
You damn right. So Louis Hung, Louis Hung will play Kyle Reese in the next round. Amanda, number 16, George Lopez, The George Lopez Show. Or number 85, Cameron Tucker, Modern Family.
I want to pick Cam, but I know it's not going to move on. George Lopez, I mean, I'd be fine with either one of these. I'm going to pick Cam, but I'd be fine with either one.
Harvey?
George.
Cameron Tucker moves on.
Oh,
because another show that I despise more than fucking Modern Family was the George Lopez Show. Not because it was a bad show, because I wake up easily from I'm a light sleeper, and legitimately every single time, God, I see what TV on too, and every single time that fucking song is fucking annoying.
I loved the George Lopez Show.
All right, Harvey, number 17, Grandpa Joe, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Versus number 84, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Amanda?
Even though we only got to see him be a dad for like 3 minutes, I'm going to go with Forrest because I have a feeling he was going to be a good dad forever.
You know he was going to be a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You're going to love that kid. Like,
unless he died from the gift to keep on giving.
Well, he needed a good parent, so he had to slide up in there and do something right, you know. So
I need Kendra and Casey to tell us how we're doing because so far I think we're killing it.
Grandpa Joe faking ass. Oh God. All right, Amanda, number 18, Frank Gallagher, Shameless. Versus number 83, Logan Roy, Succession.
I have never watched Succession, but I refuse to vote for Frank Gallagher. He is the biggest piece of shit I have ever seen on any TV or movie. As a parent, he can go get fucked. So the other one. Succession, whatever it was.
All right, Harvey.
Sir, I've never watched Succession either, but my wife loved whatever the other show, Shameless, and that guy was terrible.
Yeah,
Shameless
is a great show,
and he was a horrible father, terrible. Yeah, so not him, the guy from Succession, right. Who I've never known who he is. Yeah.
So apparently, so Logan Roy goes on, but apparently that from Kendra's standpoint. Logan Roy is frank with money.
Right, so we're voting for money.
Well, why are either of these on the list?
All right. Amanda, number 19, Juan from Moonlight. Verse number 82, Count Rostov, War and Peace.
These are some random picks, dude.
I have seen Moonlight and I like that movie, so I will go with that.
Likewise. Same for me.
I forgot. I read War and Peace. I read the Bible, but people call it War and Peace. That book is thick. Like,
you read the whole thing?
I read the whole thing a long time ago.
Wow.
I had to in school.
Yeah, we had
War
to.
War and Peace is a monstrosity of a book.
Juan from Moonlight will play Joe Kingman from the gameplay in the next round.
Okay.
Harvey, number 20, Hank Hill, King of the Hill, or number 81, Lone Wolf, the Shogun Assassin.
Hank Hill, I guess.
Amanda?
I guess. I don't think he's a great dad, but I don't know the other one.
All right. And Hank Hill will play Guido from Life is Beautiful in the next round.
Bye.
Amanda, number 21, George Bailey, It's a Wonderful Life, versus number 80, Gru, Despicable Me.
Oh, man. It hurts, but I got to go with George Bailey. He was a better actual dad. Gru was kind of mean.
Harvey?
I'm going with Gru.
Gru moves on.
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
Even though I'm not a big fan of either movie, actually, that's true. Harvey, number 22, Tim Taylor, Home Improvement. Or number 79, Ed Baldwin, For All Mankind.
For All Mankind.
Amanda?
I'm going to go with Tim.
I despise Home Improvement as well. However, though, I've never seen For All Mankind, so I'm really just going to go with Tim Taylor here.
I don't think he was a good father at all.
He wasn't.
There was no redemption. I don't think he was. He was a better husband than father, actually. But that's about it.
There was a lot of those shows in that time. It was always about the moms being the backbone and the dads just kind of being the comedic relief.
That's every show. That's still going on today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's every show. Yeah.
Jill Taylor was a great mom, but he was like, meh.
Tim Taylor will play Chase Tenenbaum in the next round.
Haha.
Amanda, number 23, Ricky Ricardo, I Love Lucy. Or number 78, Furious Styles, Boys in the Hood.
Definitely Furious.
Definitely Furious.
Yeah. Shame on the voters when you did this. Vote Furious out in the fucking first round.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. We didn't even see Ricky Ricardo be a dad. What the hell?
In the first round. Shame on y'all.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Anyway, Harvey, number 24, Papa Elf. Verse number 77, Nate Pullman, Wonder.
Wonder.
Amanda?
Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one as well. Or Papa Elf.
Amanda, number 25, Ray Campbell, Sister. Or number 76, Vito Corleone, The Godfather.
I mean, Vito wasn't really a great dad. He was a great businessman and kept the family together. So I'm going to go with Ray.
Harvey?
I'm going with Vito.
Yeah, Ray moves on. Ray was a better father than Vito. Definitely a better father.
I don't know about all that, but that's
what he took his daughter's sister and mom in, and then raised them as what? Listen, Ray was amazing. Ray Campbell will play Cameron Tucker in the next round. Harvey, number 26, Bunny Calvin, The Wire. Verse number 75, Chris Gardner, The Pursuit of Happiness. Now, before you vote, all right.
I know what you're gonna say. You don't have to say it. You
All
don't
right,
have
okay.
to say that. I recognize we're talking about the actual the parent in this
Yes.
case. I knew his story before the movie came out. So while I haven't seen the film with the actor who will not be named, I was aware of his story. So for that, I can vote for him in this case.
All right, he vote for Chris Gardner. Amanda?
Yes, I vote for Chris as well.
And that one scene when they had to sleep in the bathroom.
No, that's immediately what I think of too. Ooh. Better than sleeping outside, though.
Yeah, it is, but he had to lock the door with his foot. Like, that shit is heartbreaking. All right, anyway, Amanda, number 27, Floyd Henderson, smart guy, or number 74, Jim Hooper, Stranger Things.
Hopper. Jim. It's Jim.
It's Hopper, definitely Jim Hopper. Yeah, easy.
Harvey, number 28, Ned Stark, Game of Thrones, or number 73, Phil Dunphy, Modern Family.
Phil Dunphy.
And Amanda?
It's definitely Phil. He's a fantastic dad.
Yeah, no, I don't give a damn what nobody said. I want the Ed right there. I don't see Phil getting his head chopped off for his kids.
Wow.
The jelly guy's head chopped off for his kids.
Phil's smart enough to not die and still parent his kids correctly.
He had to die. It was him or his kids. All right. Amanda, number 29, Homer Simpson, The Simpsons, or number 72, Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show.
It's definitely Cliff. Homer was not a good dad.
Clearly, Cliff Huxtable, easily.
And again, shame on the voters for voting up Heathcliff. I mean, I know the actors, art versus artist people. Jesus Christ.
It's difficult. It can be difficult.
Shit. All right. Harvey.
Yep.
Number 30, Richard Williams, King Richard. Or number 71, Noah Levenstein, American Pie.
As a father, I think it would have to be King. It would have to be Richard Williams, definitely.
Amanda?
This is a topic I could talk about a lot, but obviously we don't have time. I know how it's going to go, but for reasons, I'm going to vote for Mr. Levenstein.
I'm legitimately going for Richard Williams. He was in the hood, almost got shot and beat up for his daughter to play tennis. All right.
I think if anything with Richard Williams, he was a better parent to some than to others. Mm-hmm. If you know his story, and I think that's a lot of this. That's some of the stuff that you get with him. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's a documentary about him coming out on Netflix soon. I saw a thing about it.
Mm-hmm. I like to see that because watching King Richard, so it really didn't go off for their sisters. But him parenting both of the Williams sisters was amazing. So me personally, but anyway, Richard Williams will play Forrest Gump in the next round.
Ooh.
Amanda, number 31, Ron Swanson, Park and Recreation, or number 70, Michael Sullivan, Road to Perdition.
Ron Swanson was mean. I'm going with Ron. Or no, Ron Sullivan. Michael, okay. Thank you.
Harvey?
Going with Tom Hanks from Road to Perdition.
Mm-hmm. And just because you're a mean dad doesn't mean you're not a good dad. I just want to make sure everyone knows that. Mm-hmm. All right.
Ooh, Friendo is back.
Oh, Frendo's back. Hey, Frendo.
Hey, Frendo.
All right. Harvey.
Yep.
Number 32, David Sheaf, Beautiful Boy. Verse number 69, Mitch Buchanan, Baywatch.
What the fuck's he doing on this list?
Okay, but for real, Mitch was actually a good dad. You didn't see a lot with his kid, but when you did, he was a good dad.
I'm saying if my dad was at a beach with incredibly hot women all the time, we would have the best of relationship.
Yeah.
Frendo, what's up? It's not Hasselhoff, it's the other dad.
David Sheaf.
Yeah.
All right.
I disagree. I'm going with Mitch. That'd be the coolest dad ever.
Yeah, I'm going with Mitch Buchanan as well. For the only reason why, because two reasons why. I never saw the other movie or TV show, and I was legitimately singing the Baywatch theme song before we got on there. So, all right. Amanda, number 33, Coach Eric Taylor, Friday Night Lights. Or number 68, Sandy Cohen, the OC.
Oh, it's Coach Taylor.
And Harvey?
I concur.
Casey, Mitch was a good dad. Just because he liked to look at boobs didn't make him a bad dad.
We don't know if he liked to look at boobs. He was
Yes,
surrounded. He was surrounded by boobs, but he wasn't. We don't know if he never said that.
Everybody looked. It's okay.
Well, of course, the boobs out. I mean,
That's the joy of Baywatch. Slow running and the boobies bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
They knew their audience.
Coach Eric Taylor will play Logan Roy in the next round. Where am I? Amanda, number 34, Mike Brady, the Brady Bunch, or number 67, Vision, WandaVision.
Hey, I'm a good mom, and if I were a guy, I would be all about the boobs. I think boobs are amazing. I'm gonna go with Vision.
Okay, Harvey.
Brady.
Okay, so I'm not a big Brady Bunch fan, but I'm a big Marvel fan, by the way. But I am going with Mike Brady because Vision wasn't real. Spoiler alert.
That's interesting. There's a lot of not real. The number one ranked thing wasn't
no.
But I understand what you mean, though. I understand what you mean, though. Okay.
Spoiler alert, if you don't know what I mean, go watch WandaVision, which is actually a really good fucking TV show.
Yeah, WandaVision was incredible.
Mike Brady will play Gru in the next round.
I don't remember that, Kendra, that he didn't go to Greg's graduation. Okay. But Greg was kind of a shithead, so.
And he's fucked his mom, so there you go. All right, so number 35, Harvey, Frank Costanza. And he's fucking everybody. He's just slinging dick. All right, listen. So number 35, Frank Costanza, Seinfeld, or number 66, Augustine Achanto.
Say what?
Encanto?
Encanto?
Sorry, I always say Enchanto for some reason. Encanto, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the dad from Encanto. Because I can't vote for a Costanza. That guy, he was not a good father at all. He's terrible.
All right, Amanda?
I agree.
All right.
Frank went on for a while in the other voting, and I wasn't pleased about that.
Oh, he did. He went far farther than he should have.
Yes.
Amanda, number 36, Scott Calvin, the Santa Claus. Or number 65, Daniel Hillard, Miss Doubtfire.
Ooh. This is hard because they're both kind of like, I mean, obviously Scott Calvin is more of a redemption story. I gotta go with Scott Calvin. I mean, if your dad's Santa Claus and it changes his whole life, and yeah, I gotta go with that.
Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Sorry.
I am going to go with Mrs. Doubtfire too. Yes, Santa Claus. Yay. However, though, he literally
dressed in drag for his kids.
Drag for his kids.
But how creepy is that? Though, like, yes, for his kids, but what he did to his ex-wife, I find that very invading and like it's just weird to me. I didn't like that part of it. She confided in him and like. Just stuff that wouldn't have happened if that she had known that was her husband. Like,
it's what they do to dads. It's what they do to dads in movies and TV shows. The lengths he has to go to be with his kid. He wasn't the best of father when they were a couple, but not to the point where he shouldn't see his kids at all. Now he went to ridiculous lengths. But that he wasn't a criminal or anything, and automatically he was kind of seen as something bad. And it's something that men in reality and in movies and TV have to go through. So not excusing, but
Yeah, such a violation though.
So friendo, Fred Sanford's not on this list. That is a travesty, actually. That's a whole travesty. I don't know how far he would have went though, but still, that's still a whole travesty.
It depends on who's voting.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda. Number 37, Ted Kramer versus Kramer. Versus number 64, Mac from Juno.
Mac.
Harvey.
Ted Kramer.
I gotta go with Mac here. Sorry,
dude. I hope you never understand what that character went through. I hope you never get. You watch. You have to watch that movie one day.
I hope I don't go with what Mac went through. Mac, yeah. So I mean, listen. No, so wrong. I watched Kermit a long time ago, so I don't really remember what happened. Mm-hmm. However, I watched Juno a couple weeks ago.
Heartbreaking.
And man, listen, because I remember Juno so fresh, and what he did, and he was so acceptance of Juno.
Yeah.
What happened? I have to go with Mac here.
Again,
I don't remember Kermit though, so I will give
it's the trope of fathers in movies and such. He was automatically the lesser parent, automatic, and then at the end, for no other reason, he lost. I don't know. It's a
sad movie.
It's a sad, and it's not that far off. It's happened to many men. While what you talk about in Juno, probably not as So
having teenage daughters have babies.
That happened to everybody.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Let's hope it doesn't happen to either one of you.
Knock on. Damn.
All
right. Harvey, number 38, Uncle Ora, Avatar: The Last Airbender, or number 63, Mr. Incredible, The Incredible.
Mr. Incredible.
And Amanda.
Yep. So
Mr. Incredible moves on. However, the one big thing about that voting from comments, purpose on, especially on Twitter, was that people didn't know who Uncle Ora was, and nerds love Uncle Ora like they did. Amanda, number 9, Carl Winslow, Family Matters. Or number 62, Alan Matthews, Boy Meets World.
Carl.
And Harvey.
Alan Matthews.
Carl Winslow moves on. However,
I knew what was happening.
However, the Carl Winslow will play Furious Styles in the next round.
Ooh.
Bye.
All right, Harvey. Number 40, Cyrus Rose, Gossip Girl. Or number 61, Uncle Ben, Spider-Man.
Uncle Ben, come on.
Yeah, Uncle Ben.
And Uncle Ben moves on.
Okay.
Amanda, number 41, James Evans Sr., Good Times. Or number 60, Brian Mills, Taken.
Oh. This is hard, but I got to go with Brian Mills. I mean, the lengths that he went to, again, if we're talking about that kind of dad, I think he wins.
And Harvey?
Honestly, aside from this 2 hours movie, we don't know what kind of dad he was beforehand.
True.
What he was is dedicated to his child, and he went to lengths to do whatever. I can say that I saw what kind of father James Evans was for a longer period of time, not one ridiculous situation. I can go with James Evans from Good Times for that.
I'm going to go with James Evans as well. And Friendo said he disappeared just because he died. Spoiler alert.
They had to kill him off because of a contract dispute. That's what that was.
Yeah, he died on the show.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
James Evans will play Nate Pullman from Wonder in the next round. Harvey, number 42, Michael Kyle, My Wife and Kids. Verse number 59, Danny Tanner, Full House.
This one hurts.
I'm trying to look at this unbiasedly in terms of who's the better father, and I would probably go with Danny Tanner because of what he was dealing with the loss of mom and having to do with this, and all of a sudden you got all these kids and a wife and bring family in, and there's a lot to it. Michael Kyle was a good father. He was a little rough on his son, but that's kind of a thing with Black fathers in TV shows. We tend to be rough on our sons, if you ever pay attention to that.
It's like that's how you have to do it to make them a man.
Yeah, but they're extra, and it's a comedic extra. But yeah, I'll go with I'll go white dad in this one.
Amanda.
Yeah, this one hurts because My Wife and Kids is one of my favorite shows ever, but I do think as a dad, Danny Tanner was better.
All right.
Kendra. Yeah, he was. I mean, but Jesse and Joey helped him. I don't know that he would have been able to raise those three girls alone. So I think it's good that he had that help. But Joey had there was a lot of babysitting going on of Joey. So he was like the fifth kid or fourth kid.
All right. Amanda, number 43, Darth Vader, Star Wars. Or number 58, Bob Belcher, Bob's Burgers.
Bob.
Harvey.
Bob is one of the great fathers. Underappreciated. That man is just disrespected. I watched that show and I'm like, he must really love that wife and kid because they're a mess. He's holding that family together by a thread. He just wants to make burgers, just cook some food, and be happy. And his kids are terrible. So Bob Belcher, easily. And Darth Vader's a terrible father.
Right?
He cut his son's hands off.
Yeah.
When he knew he was the son, though. Like it's a fucking horrible.
I mean, I know he eventually died for him, but too little too late, Anakin. Too little too late.
Anyway, Harvey, number 44, Peter Griffin, Family Guy. Or number 57, Tony Soprano, The Sopranos.
Two really bad fathers. Let's just be honest. Probably Soprano, though.
And Amanda?
Yeah, I agree. He would at least go to lengths to protect his children, even if he wasn't a good involved dad. And he loved his kids. He just wasn't he wasn't a good hands-on dad.
No.
Amanda, number 45, Sam Baldwin, Sleepless in Seattle. Verse number 56, Bandit Healer, Bluey.
Sam.
Harvey?
Earlier, there was some issue with a father who could not tell the difference between his children. This man let his child fly to New York, and there is no problem with that. Where is the discussion? Okay,
but people did that back then. Don't ask me why.
There's a lot of movies where people let
the kid got an airplane ticket, got on a plane, got to New York, got in the cab. Yeah, that's a stretch. Only because it's Tom Hanks are we not pissed? All right?
No.
No.
The girlfriend's parents were travel agents, so she was able to get him the ticket. Yeah, he didn't really know where his kids were. But in the 80s, nobody fucking knew where their kids were.
Yeah,
but they never knew where I was.
But you weren't in a different time zone. Can we be honest? Yeah, you were in Seattle versus New York. All right? But yeah, I will. I pre-TSA. So wait a minute. Oh no. So I think I'm still. Who was the other dad? I completely forgot.
Bandit Healer from Bluey.
Yeah, I can't vote for Bluey. I can't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, Freddie, when you hear it, watch this. Bluey's a horrible show. Yeah, I said it. All right. But Sam Baldwin will play Chris Gardner in the next round.
The way Sam handled all that grief and tragedy and just, took care of his kid and all, I thought, other than the plane fiasco.
All right. Harvey, number 46, Clark Griswold, National Lampoon Vacations. Number 55, George Jefferson, The Jeffersons.
George Jefferson.
Man.
Amanda.
It's Clark Griswold. He is like the dad of all dads. Like, for me, he'd be in like my top 5.
Yeah, I'm going George here. Outside of Christmas Vacation, I'm not the biggest fan of the vacation movies, but I said, and I watched the first vacation movie, and he was a horrible fucking dad in that movie.
He not.
He didn't.
He took his whole family on vacation, and
he didn't care about anybody else's feelings. What we did, he tried to fuck, or almost didn't try to fuck.
Christy Brinkley.
Yeah. Christy Brinkley. Almost died doing it. Actually,
I'm saying Christy Brinkley, like 82 to 87, was ridiculous. I mean,
I'm not saying he's not, but shit. But as a father,
yes.
That's a travesty.
George Jefferson is one of the best dads
He's a good dad.
Ever had. He was crazy. He had some strong opinions, but he loved Lionel. He loved his wife. And he was a black father in a time. The whole episode, the whole thing when he had his first shop, when MLK died, all the stuff that they intertwined in that. He was a really good man. Not to say that the other dad wasn't, but George Jefferson was Uncle Phil before Uncle Phil, in my opinion. He was that dad.
Amanda, number 47, Carlisle Colon, Twilight. I hope I said it right.
Yeah.
Versus number 54, Michael Bluth, Arrested Development.
Michael Bluth.
Michael Bluth.
Yeah, fuck those twinkly vampires.
Carlisle was a good dad, though. But
okay.
I mean, he was.
I'll take a word for it. Harvey, number 48, Rick Grimes, The Walking Dead. Or number 53, Martin Crane, Frasier.
Martin Crane.
Martin Crane. Oh, show.
Amanda, you got two more. You got number 49, Dan Connor, Roseanne. Versus number 52, Ray Barone, Everybody Loves Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
I think Dan was a better dad.
Harvey?
Let's be honest, Ray wasn't a good dad. When did we ever really see him be a father on that show? As usual, he was.
He wasn't even really a good husband. He was just funny.
He was a better. She was a worse wife than he was husband. She didn't even like him. She didn't even like him at all, and he didn't have time to be a dad. So,
Battle
of the Tales. That's right.
All right, and Dan Connor will play Jim Hopper in the next round.
Two pretty similar guys.
Hopper's a better person.
And last but not least,
you think?
I think he grew to be better.
Harvey, number 50, Walter White, Breaking Bad. Or number 51, Gomez Adams, The Adams Family.
I'll go with Gomez.
And Amanda?
I'm obviously going with Gomez.
All right, which means that
there's a deal for you.
Which means that Gomez Adams will play Phil Dunphy in the next round. Oh, which means that Martin Crane will play Heathcliff Huxtable in the next round.
Okay.
Michael Bluth will play Michael Sullivan in the next round. George Jefferson will play Mitch Buchanan. Tony Soprano will play Augustine. Bob Belcher, will play Daniel from Mrs. Doubtfire. Danny Tanner will play Mac from Juno. And Uncle Ben will play Mr. Incredible.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Amanda, ready?
Yep.
All right. Julius Rock from Everybody Hates Chris or Robert Murtaugh, Lethal Weapon?
I'm going to go with Murtaugh.
Likewise, Murtaugh.
I don't see Mr. Rock about to get his ass blown off when taking a shit for his kids.
And that's in the second one, right?
The second one, yeah.
In the first one, he almost got killed. It came after his family in the first one.
And then the fourth one as well, actually, for his family.
The whole thing on the toilet seat was, I'm pretty sure, the second.
No, the second one, but I'm talking about the fourth one. He about to die for his family as well.
Every time they came after his daughter for the first. Yeah, they've been trying to kill that man for years.
Trying to kill his man's family for years.
And he's too old for this shit.
And still made it.
All right, Harvey, Fred Andrews, Riverdale, or John Quincy Adams, Archibald, John Q.
Can I say? I mean, I don't know that part. He, as a father, like untouchable. So he's my pick. But it's so over the top. Which one? John Q.
Oh, okay.
It's so extra. It's like it's Denzel.
I'm not gonna take my son
at the cheesy. That's him at his most cheesy. Like everything. It's John Q. But
Amanda,
because I know how it's gonna go, I'm gonna throw a vote to Fred Andrews.
Yeah, John Q moves on. Definitely was in the heart.
I know.
Amanda, Dale Pendergrass, Easy A, or Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Philip Banks.
Philip Banks.
Harvey, Jonathan Kent Smallville or Al Bundy Married with Children?
Kent.
And Amanda.
I agree. I don't think Al Bundy was a good dad.
He wasn't.
So Ghana's truth, and I know Casey's probably watching, and he's probably gonna have a heart attack and
Probably.
be well, brother. But I will pick Jonathan Kent as well. Fucking, I love Married with Children.
Yeah,
He's
me too.
a horrible fucking dad.
Oh,
he's a horrible fucking husband as well. So
yeah.
he's a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
The show is amazing.
Yeah.
Him as a father, the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did do some. There were some episodes where he stood up for his kids, but for the most part, it was like he hated his entire life. I mean, how often did you see a wife portrayed where the wife was always horny for the husband and he's always turning her down? Like, you never saw that, and it's like.
And Peggy Bunny was bad.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Katie
Sorry.
all day. Yes.
My headset is about to die, so I may be switching audio. So if I don't hear you for a second.
Okay.
But I'm still here.
Do sign language. All right. So Amanda, you first though, before you go.
Okay.
Atticus Finch, To Kill a Mockingbird, or Mufasa, The Lion King.
Shit. I gotta go with Atticus Finch.
Harvey.
This is difficult.
This is tough.
Wow. Two remarkable fathers, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. All right. All you, man.
Damn,
No.
I'm going Mufasa.
I go. Listen, I have my fingers crossed, hoping that you wouldn't now.
I'm like, you get to pick. Pick.
So got you. I love Mufasa, but Atticus was a fucking great dad. Like he was an amazing person.
Damn, I love that book and I love that movie.
Me too.
And I love Gregory Peck. And I love it. Oh.
So God's truth, I can't pick. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it to fate. Heads, Mufasa, Cells, Atticus Finch.
Oh shit. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And heads it is. So Mufasa wins.
Okay.
But that's an extremely hard matchup right there. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That probably could be if it was ranked.
That could be a final. That could be the last two.
Could be final.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks that either one of them have to be out so soon.
All right. Amanda, George Banks, Father of the Bride, or Robert Freeman, The Boondocks?
George Banks.
Harvey.
Truthfully, Robert Freeman is not their father at all. Grandfather.
His grandfather.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's somebody's father. He's somebody else's father.
Obviously.
He's the legal guardian though.
So. Right. So when we have the legal guardian draft, till then.
So George Banks.
I love Father of the Bride. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about it. And I love Steve Martin. He fit that role perfectly. I believed everything about him in that role.
Yeah.
All right. So George Banks will play John Q in the next round.
Oh, okay.
Harvey.
You.
Louis Hung, Fresh Off the Boat, or Kyle Reese, The Terminator?
It was Mufasa, Casey.
Kyle Reese.
And Amanda?
Agreed.
Again, time traveling dad, I can't beat that much. Amanda, Juan for Moonlight or Joe Kingsman, the game plan?
Ron, is it Ron or Juan?
Juan.
Agreed. Juan.
And Juan for Moonlight will play Philip Banks in the next round.
Oh. I haven't seen Moonlight in a minute, so I couldn't remember the name, but
really good movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I don't know if I can watch that again. I can.
Well, a lot of movies are good. You can. I mean, are mostly one time watch.
Schindler's List. That's a one-time watch, baby.
You damn right.
It needs to be watched
Precious
only once.
Oh,
Precious.
I'm mad. I watched it the first time. Like certain stuff. Oh God.
Yeah,
what?
It's a good Precious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, can't watch that again.
That movie is horrifying. I can't.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, Mufasa's the animated Ned Stark. Disrespectful. All right. Anyway, Harvey, Hank Hill from King of the Hill or Guido from Life is Beautiful?
It's Guido. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's definitely Guido. Hank Hill shouldn't have been on this list.
Yeah, he just happened to be a father. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
this took. Yeah.
All right, Amanda, Tim Taylor, Home Improvement, or Chase Tenenbaum, The World of Tenenbaums?
Jake.
You said what?
Jake Tannenbaum.
Chase.
Chase.
All right, Harvey.
Definitely Chase.
Thank you, because Home Improvement was a horrible fucking show. Yeah, I said it.
I agree.
I
with
don't
you.
agree with that, but
It wasn't that funny. It wasn't. Eventually, it was the same shtick, like for 5.
yeah,
6
eventually
seasons.
it was
Like,
repetitive.
Man,
Harvey,
yo.
Ray Campbell, Sister, or Cameron Tucker, Modern Family?
Cam.
And Amanda?
As a little girl who loved being girly and a princess, I would have loved having a gay dad. Cam is like the ultimate girl dad. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cam. But Ray was good too.
Ray was amazing. All right, Amanda, Richard Williams, King Richard, or Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump.
It's hard because we already know Richard's story. We don't know enough of Forrest and Little Forrest's story. But I guess I'll go with Richard Williams.
Harvey.
I don't know. I feel like we go with reality versus potential. I feel like Forrest Gump, had we seen him, would probably be the single greatest father ever. Like, to his detriment, he would love that kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because if you think about it, he loses Jenny. All he has left is him.
Is the kid.
He would just doted on that kid. That kid would have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
He was rich. And
He'd be rich. He'd be comfortable.
He invested in Apple. You know how much money he would have there right now?
He was filthy. Yes.
He invested in
I
Apple.
bought into some fruit company. No, we don't have to worry about money anymore.
Yeah.
One less thing.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, there's one of these two is a real person. So I'd go with Richard Williams.
So Richard Williams will play Mufasa in the next round.
These black dads are just here chopping each other down.
I know, right?
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
Harvey, Coach Eric Taylor, Friday Night Lights, or Logan Roy, Succession?
Coach.
Amanda?
Yeah, definitely Coach Taylor.
And Coach Taylor will play Kyle Reese in the next round.
Oh. Okay.
Amanda, Mike Brady, The Brady Bunch, or Gru, Despicable Me?
Gru.
Thank you.
The appearance of the please does not matter to me. That's what I'm like. When they're like, pretty please, pretty please.
It's so fluffy. Oh, all right, sorry.
It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
Harvey, Carl Winslow, Family Matters, or Furious Styles, Boys in the Hood?
Oh,
It's still Furious.
Amanda.
yeah, it's Furious.
It's Furious. I mean, I love Carl
Tough
Winslow.
dad putting you in just this.
Yeah.
This is the perception. This is the way black dad should look, because we're all really hard on our sons. But he was hard. But there was like he would be hard on you and then tell you why right then and there.
Right.
All right.
And he wasn't. I like when parents can be, because this is the kind of parent I tried to be, like Dill from Easy A, or like Furious. You know your kids are out there doing shit. Instead of pretending they're not, have conversations with them.
Mhm.
If your kids are old enough to have sex, have conversations about sex. Sure, I don't want you to, but if you're going to do it, here's how you protect yourself. Here's how you know what you like. Here's how you know what you don't like age appropriate. But I like parents that don't try to just pretend this shit doesn't happen to their kids, because that's how kids get in trouble.
True.
That's true. All right, Amanda, James Evans Sr., Good Time, or Nate Pullman, Wonder?
This sucks because they're both really good. I think I'm gonna go with James.
Likewise, right. Mr. Evans.
Mm-hmm. And James Evans will play Guido from Life is Beautiful in the next round.
Oh.
All right, Harvey. Sam Baldwin, Sleepers in Seattle, or Chris Gardner, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Chris Gardner.
And Amanda?
I mean, I think based on sacrifice alone, you got to pick Chris. I think the unfortunate part of that movie is that we didn't get to see a whole lot of him just being a dad because he couldn't be because he had to worry about where they were going to eat and where they were going to sleep. Like you got some stuff like just between them, but really the whole movie was so much about their struggle. It would have been nice to see them have some of that happiness and have a relationship.
I disagree with that though. I saw him be a dad in that movie.
That's not what I meant. I just
no, and it's on the big scale. Like again, a lot of things. Like he tried outside of in front of him, he was a dad. In the background, he told the people that there's no why happiness. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Always do this. So I don't know. I personally disagree with that, but I mean, it's two different things.
I'm talking about like day to day, like stuff that doesn't apply when you don't even have a place to live. But he was a great dad. I'm not saying he wasn't.
All right, Amanda, Dan Connor, Roseanne, or Jim Hopper, Stranger Things?
Hopper.
Harvey.
I love Roseanne, but Dan didn't get the chance to be his dad as much as he should have been. Because like most shows, the dad is kind of the afterthought. But when he was a dad, he was great.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these dads were picking because they risked their lives for their kids. And that makes it such an easy pick. So, I mean, I go with Hopper in that one. But Dan was a great father, an unappreciated one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very
Harvey.
appreciated. Yeah.
Gomez Adams or Phil Dunphy?
Phil Dunphy.
Amanda?
I think Gomez was a better husband than father, so I'm also going to go with Phil.
All right. Was he a good husband? He
adored his
that's
wife.
The thing. It was almost infatuated with her.
But she was with him too, so it balanced out.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he showed his infatuation. He was a lot more blunt about it. So, yeah.
All right, Amanda, Martin Crane Fraser or Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show?
I think I gotta go with Cliff.
Harvey?
Agreed. Martin was great later on because even when they alluded to it, he wasn't that good of a father. He wasn't around that much.
He was mean.
But definitely Heathcliff. Yeah.
Harvey, Michael Bluth, Arrested Development, or Michael Sullivan, Road to Perdition?
Michael Sullivan.
Amanda?
Yeah. Michael Sullivan.
Amanda, George Jefferson, The Jeffersons, or Mitch Buchanan, Baywatch?
George Jefferson. I'd love to pick Mitch just for fun.
George Jefferson. Lionel was a damn good man because of his father. Let's never forget that.
All right, and George Jefferson will play Chase Tenenbaum in the next round. Harvey, Tony Soprano, The Sopranos, or Augustin Enchanto?
Encanto.
Encanto. God damn, let's get the C from. It's H from.
It's Encanto.
All right, and Amanda?
What was the first one again?
Tony Soprano.
I'm gonna go with Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I gotta go Encanto. I know you saying it right, but you're saying it wrong. But yeah, he was actually a good dad though. All right, Amanda, Bob Belcher, Bob's Burger, or Daniel Hillard, Mrs. Doubtfire?
I'm gonna go with Bob.
Harvey?
Oh, wow. That's difficult. I think they were both really good dads. I just think one of them went to ridiculous lengths to stay a dad, to stay being in the kid's life. That's what's really key.
Yeah.
But Bob is a good dad in spite of his crazy wife. And he's with his kids all the time because they work in the restaurant. So I have to go with Bob.
All right, so you both pick Bob.
Yeah.
And Bob will play Cameron Tucker in the next round.
Oh.
All right. Harvey, Danny Tanner, Full House, or Mac Juno?
Danny Tanner.
Amanda?
Agreed. Danny Tanner.
And
He had a lot more to deal with.
and Danny Tanner will play Gru in the next round.
Oh.
And last but not least, Amanda, Uncle Ben Spider-Man or Mr. Incredible, The Incredibles?
I go with Uncle Ben.
Me too.
Harvey?
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible wasn't really a good dad, to me, honest truth. Anyway, Uncle Ben will play Furious Styles in the next round, which means that Augustine from Encanto, there you go, will play Chris Gardner. Michael Sullivan will play Jim Hopper. And Heathcliff Huxtable will play Phil Dunphy. Which means, so we're on round 3, which means the highest seed will automatically get a bye in the quarterfinals. Harvey, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Got Jonathan Kent, Smallville, or Robert Murtaugh, Lethal Weapon?
Murtaugh.
And Amanda?
Murtaugh.
And Murtaugh moves on. Amanda, George Bank, Father of the Bride, or John Q?
George Banks.
Yeah. I'm going with Mr. Banks also. Yep.
That means that George Banks is the bye into the quarterfinals. Harvey, Juan from Moonlight or Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Truthfully, one of them is the actual father, right? As opposed to
no. Phil has 3 kids.
Right.
Yeah, Phil has young kids.
Yeah, right.
4 kids.
Right.
4?
Yeah. 3. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's Philip Banks.
And Amanda?
Yeah, I agree.
4 kids and took in another kid.
Yeah, I mean, one was a parent, and I think the other was a father figure, right? Am I thinking right?
Well, Philip Banks was a parent.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was the parent. We're talking about Juan from Moonlight.
Oh, well, no. Why was a parent too? He just couldn't. No, I mean,
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Amanda, Richard Williams, King Richard, or Mufasa, the Lion King?
I go with Mufasa.
And Harvey?
What was the first one again?
Richard Williams.
I still have to go. I have to go with Richard Williams on this one.
I am going to go Mufasa here. This is that's a nostalgia pick. I will admit to that. No disrespect to King Richard, because that's an amazing fucking movie and amazing father. But Mufasa was a good father for me. So, Harvey, Coach Eric Taylor, Friday Night Lights, or Kyle Reese, the Terminator?
Kyle Reese.
Amanda.
Yeah, Kyle.
Amanda, James Evans Sr., Good Times, or Guido, Life is Beautiful?
I don't see myself voting against Guido until, I don't know. I'm going to go with Guido.
Harvey.
If you think about it, they both literally are the same story. Doing so much for your child, and then at the end, what happens? If you ain't seen Life is Beautiful, that's your fault. They kill him at the end of the damn movie. Like, he's doing all this to protect his child, and just when you think he's done it, then they kill him. Same thing with James Evans. He leaves to make some money to take care of his family. They're at a party celebrating, and then they kill him. It's literally the same story. One just happens to be going on during,
the Holocaust.
Right, during the Holocaust. But yeah, I'm going with James Evans.
And I'm going with James Evans as well.
And I love that. God, I forgot how hurt I was watching Life is, because I'd never seen it. I didn't know the ending, and I watched it, and I saw it coming. I'm like, no. Oh, I was heartbroken. Oh.
But it's just the whole him like trying to not even let his kid know what's going on, trying to pretend it's a game and like whatever. Like, I think that's the wrong choice, but
well,
I respect you.
I personally don't, because here's the thing. No offense to the Holocaust, and no, I'm going to. I'm going to get my thing.
Good start. No offense to the Holocaust.
no offense to that point in time. No offense to that point in time.
However, not about that.
Two things. I didn't see White Life is Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, so I haven't seen it. However, though, being a black man that grew up in the projects, knowing how hard it is to raise kids in one room, it was one room, 2-room small apartment. And he did everything. He couldn't keep a job, but he still found ways to put food and stuff on the table. That's one of the definitions of, and to be a good father. That's one of the best things of being a good father in me. I have to go Jim Evans Sr. here, because amazing father.
Hey, I grew up super duper poor. I get it.
All right, Amanda, George Jefferson, the Jeffersons, or Chase Tinderbomb with the Royal Tinderbomms?
George Jefferson.
Yeah. I love Royals. I love that movie, but it's definitely George. Definitely the Jeffersons. Yeah.
And who Harvey called the Philip Banks of the past will play Philip Banks. So George Jefferson will play Philip Banks in the next round.
Nice.
Harvey, Bob Belcher, Bob's Burger, or Cameron Tucker, Modern Family?
Bob Belcher.
And Amanda?
Yeah, Bob Belcher.
And Bob Belcher will play Mufasa in the next round.
Animated dad.
Amanda, Danny Tanner, Full House, or Gru, Despicable Me?
Danny Tanner.
Harvey?
Gru.
Ooh. I'm going to go Gru here, actually. I am going to go Gru here. Because here's the thing. Me personally, I didn't think Danny was that good of a father.
What?
That good of a father. He personally didn't take care of the fucking kids. The fucking surroundings took care of them kids.
That's it. If you really think about it, he was a good father, but he was the kind of father that TV shows, those sitcoms had. They just didn't have the wife doing the grunt work at home. He was the dad that came in to have the conversation, but he had all these other people combined being the mom. So he was that dad that every other show had.
He was doing all the housework, and he was still there to have the talks with them and go through the hard times.
But when the problems occurred, he wasn't there when the shit happened. He was there when the stuff ended. He was there to clean up the mess afterwards, which is what most dads on these shows were. They were never there at the beginning, but they always ended the fight. They never started it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Harvey, Uncle Ben, Spider-Man, or Furious Styles, Boys in the Hood?
I'm saying, man, it's Furious. I'm just...
Amanda.
Yeah, Furious.
All right, Amanda, Augustine and Canto, or Christopher Gardner, Pursuit of Happiness?
Chris.
Harvey.
It sucks to continuously be voting for this person. So I'm going based off of the book and not the part played in the movie. So yeah, Mr. Gardner.
All right, and Harvey, Michael Sullivan, Rose Perdition, or Jim Hopper, Stranger Things?
Hopper.
Amanda?
Hopper. I mean, Hopper had a wife and a kid. The kid died of cancer, and then now he's on his own, and he takes in this girl to protect her and actually does become a good dad to her, relatively speaking.
All right, and Amanda, last one in this round. Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show, or Phil Dunphy, Modern Family?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm going with Phil.
Harvey?
Heathcliff Huxtable.
Heathcliff moves on.
He was home. He was one. If you think about that, his office was downstairs. He had to go to the hospital, but he was there. He was one of those like stay-at-home dads to a degree. And
so Heathcliff Huxtable will play Kyle Reese in the next round, which means that Jim Hopper will play Gru in the next round, which means that Chris Gardner will play Furious in the next round.
That's the matchup I needed.
Ooh, all right.
He's like, I can get rid of this guy now.
But that being said, so George Banks automatically moves to the quarterfinals. The lower part of this bracket will automatically go to the semifinals. Amanda, are you ready?
Yes.
James Evans Sr., Good Time, or Roger Murtaugh, Lethal Weapon?
James Evans Sr.
James Evans.
Harvey, George Jefferson, The Jeffersons, or Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
George Jefferson.
Amanda.
Who's he up against again?
Philip Banks.
Uncle Phil.
I'm gonna go with Phil.
And Uncle Phil moves on. And Uncle Phil will play George Banks in the next round.
Ooh.
All right. Amanda, Bob Belcher, Bob's Burgers, or Mufasa, the Lion King?
Bob.
Harvey.
Bob.
And Bob Belcher moves on. Harvey, Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show, or Kyle Reese, The Terminator?
Heathcliff Huxtable.
Amanda.
Yeah, I guess Heathcliff.
All right. And Amanda, Jim Hopper, Stranger Things, or Gru, Despicable Me?
Hopper.
Harvey.
It's interesting that both of these dads are dads that took in kids that weren't their own.
Mm-hmm. Hopper.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least in this Harvey, Chris Gardner, Super Happiness, or Furious Styles, Boys in the Hood?
Furious. I'm comfortable with that pick. I really am.
Amanda.
Definitely Furious.
All right, which means that Furious Styles will play James Evans Sr. in the next round.
Ooh.
And Jim Hopper will play Bob Belcher in the next round, which means that Heathcliff Huxtable will be your bye into the semifinals. All right. Harvey, ready?
Yep.
George Banks, Father of the Bride, or Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, well, it's Philip Banks for this one.
And Amanda?
Banks versus Banks. Yeah, I gotta go with Uncle Phil as well.
All right. Amanda, James Evans Sr., Good Times, or Furious Styles, Boys in the Hood?
This is hard.
That's what she said.
I gotta go with Mr. Evans. Oh, it hurts.
Right. Harvey.
I agree. I have to go with James Evans. Yeah.
And James Evans will play Philip Banks in the next round.
Ooh.
Put the black people on different sides. The fuck?
They're
not
all
cool.
black except for Hopper now.
Oh my God.
Which means that whoever wins out of this next matchup will play Heathcliff Huxtable in the next round.
Oh no.
Harvey.
Yo.
Bob Belcher, Bob's Burgers, or Jim Hopper, Stranger Things?
Bob.
Amanda.
I'm going with Hopper.
And Hopper moves on.
Yeah, it's 75% black.
That's not with that particular vote. But I hear you.
All right. So the final four is Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, James Evans Sr., Good Times, Jim Hopper, Stranger Things, and Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show.
Look at that.
So normally I'm like, how many we do, but my bracket's all the way down there at 6-1 to get, so I'm not going to do that. However, though, I am going to compare your final four to the fan voted final four. So again, your final four is Philip Banks, James Evans Sr., Jim Hopper, and Heathcliff Huxtable.
Wow.
I love you so much.
Oh God. Oh, that's amazing. That's
Kendra said the final four is blacker than me.
that is great.
Kendra, you all black girl, all the way, 100%.
Go math. All right. Anyway, so again, your four is Philip Banks, James Evans Sr., Jim Hopper, and Heathcliff Huxtable. The fan voted final four is Philip Banks, Dan Connor, Al Bundy, and Forrest Gump. Those are the final four for the fans. However, though, this is not about the fans; it's about you two. Now, how this goes is the winner of both matchups go to the finals. The loser go to the third place game. Amanda, are you ready?
Yes.
James Evans Sr. or Philip Banks?
I am gonna go with Uncle Phil.
Harvey.
I know where it's going, but I'm going with James.
And James Evans moves on. James Evans, again,
Nice.
James Evans was amazing. I keep saying that. I love Uncle Phil, but I gotta go realistic with this one. No, not realistic, because there are, and I hate people say that too. That you're not black if you have all that money, all kind of bullshit. So I'm not gonna say that, but what I saw growing up in Philly, I have to go with James Evans Sr. So
Okay, so can I say something now that you have said that, and Harvey's shaking his head, because Kendra and I got so much fucking hate for picking Roseanne in the mom's bracket, and literally every time we picked her, that was the reason we said, because we related to their family more when we were growing up than like some of the other ones.
I didn't do it.
And
I know that's true.
And with all due respect, I don't relate to James J. Evans. If you're going to talk about relate, I understand what you're saying, because Roseanne was the mom, I didn't grow up that way at all. But I recognize that most black fathers had to be that way. Yeah. So
and I'm not saying that because like I think that was a bad vote. He's amazing. Right. I was just comparing what we said to what Dre said. Like it's the same kind of thing.
Right.
I don't listen. I personally didn't get, listen. I understood it because that's why my bracket, and if I could find it, I would say. But my bracket is how my bracket is. I voted for people that I thought was good fathers in my eyes for what I saw what could be good fathers.
Personally. And I liked the character of Roseanne. I won't lie. I don't think she was the best mom. She was a good mom. She wasn't a great mom, but I think that. And the way they built that character, that how the parenting that she came from, her mom was flawed, her father abused her, all that stuff that they did with that character.
She worked with what she had to work with.
Exactly. She did what she had to do.
Which was a lot like my mom.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
My mom is was a lot like Roseanne.
Okay.
Rough around the edges, poor, uneducated.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's Roseanne from the show, not
not the new one.
Barr.
No.
Roseanne Barr, who's a fucking racist. Anyway, Harvey.
No.
Heathcliff Huxtable or Jim Hopper?
It's Heathcliff for me.
And Amanda?
It's Hopper for me, but
yeah, I have to go Heathcliff here.
I know. It's fine.
Wow.
All right. So now we're going to do the third place game first. Amanda, who's the third best dad according to his bracket? Is it number 74, Jim Hopper, Stranger Things, or number 100, Philip Banks, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
That's crazy that he was 100.
Those rankings, oh my god,
make no freaking sense at all. We need to start our own website where other podcasts can use our rankings for different subjects.
Yes,
so that's what we do.
So we did start it. That's like that. Remember, we have two.
Oh, that's rankings. True. Because the way that we did it, we ranked them in groups.
It's on the ID. It's on our website.
If you look at the one that Kendra and I just did, like we still went off voter, but it was in like sections, so we still had to rank them. So they're more ranked to our whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, Uncle Phil.
And Harvey.
Uncle Phil.
So Uncle Phil's number 3, and Jim is number 1. But I'm sorry, number 4. I'm sorry, but it's not about third. It's about the best. We just went through 104 TV and movie dads. For the second year of my life, I can say I'm a father, and I am very, very happy to be the father of Ricky and Sasha, and coming up on my third in around December, January. So from she's a bad one. From me to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Harvey, happy Father's Day.
Likewise, sir.
Amanda, happy Father's Day to your father as well, and your husband.
Thank you.
With that being said,
thank you guys.
Likewise.
With that being said, Harvey, who is the best father? Is it Heathcliff Huxtable, The Cosby Show, number 72, or number 41, James Evans Sr., Good Times?
Wow. It makes me happy that these are the two that are going against you in the final because a black dad's gonna win, which I love. And as I'm rocking my shirt, Black Father, this does for me.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go with James Evans.
And Amanda?
Same.
And James Evans Sr. at number 1. Heathcliff Huxtable, number 2.
Amanda, I think you were ready to vote
3.
against Cliff, though. I think you were ready to go.
Well, kind of, but honestly, it went back to the conversation we were just having about not saying that having money makes you bad, because it doesn't, and they had a great life, but I think when you have to struggle a little more, it's more relatable to certain people, so that's why I picked them.
Well, your top 4, only 2 had money. Heathcliff and Philip Banks. Philip Banks had more money, obviously.
Right.
But Heathcliff had money as well. Jim Hopper was a cop,
poor,
right?
Super poor.
Yeah. And then James Evans was, poorer than that. So anyway, so number 1, James Evans. Number 2, Heathcliff Huxtable. Number 3, Philip Banks. Number 4, Jim Hopper. How do you feel about that?
I think it's pretty good.
I like it. I think out of all these dads, I think no matter their situation, they would still be good fathers. Mm-hmm. I think Heathcliff would be a good father, even if he wasn't a doctor and he didn't have a father who was in the military and a mom. Because if you look at it, all of them came, family. They had family and education. They had all these opportunities. And then I think to the same thing with Uncle Phil. I guess he grew up poor and all that. But these men would be good even if they didn't have what they had. Hopper, too, was a good guy. He was just struggling. He was just dealing
very rough around the edges.
He had a lot of
trauma.
And that's what it is. He had trauma. And a lot of these other fathers, a lot of these other ones didn't. Heathcliff didn't really have trauma. Keep them Eggo stack. Kids were coming through with important.
They lived in a rundown shack in the woods, but he was able to buy the Eggos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that being said, I do want to thank Harvey and Amanda for coming on for part 1 of the Father's Day bracket. Part 2 will be coming out soon with Kendra and Casey, and we're doing the same bracket to see who are their top 4 to number 1 fathers for Father's Day. With that being said, let's do our outros. Starting with Amanda.
I'm Amanda, the host of the Sip List, a top 5 podcast. I co-host at Evening at the Movies with Casey, Literature Reapers with Casey and Shanna, and Crime Rewind with Shanna. So, and then all this stuff. So I'm a busy lady, but you can find pretty much all of that at idnmtrpodcastnetwork.com.
What?
And that same website, you can find the rankings as well. I couldn't do all the letters right now. All right, it is what it is.
we can tell.
All right, Harvey.
This was fun. I am Harvey, host of Men Are the Prize, the podcast. Space for men to be open, and a lot of the men that I talk to are fathers. So first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the dads who are watching. Like we said, DeAndre, happy Father's Day and happy impending Father's Day for you as the family grows. You are a fantastic father.
Yay!
Just to start with, because you were present. Being there is one of the most important parts. So continue to do that. Also, as a Black father, it is imperative that we just wipe out the narrative that we aren't around, that we don't exist, that we don't take care of our kids. So you guys know how seriously I take my family and how I love doing this, but this gets dropped in a heartbeat if my kids or my family need to be dealt with. So, and that's the thing. So, and George,
we all had to do it.
Yes. So George, happy Father's Day also.
Thank you.
And I'm wearing this shirt. I got this a few years ago. My wife got it for me. It is my favorite title, the best job ever, to be the father of great Black children being brought up in this world. Happy Father's Day to all of you dads out there. That's it. I'm good.
All right. So Yes, this was fun. Again, like I said, Kendra and Casey will be on doing their Father's Day bracket. This will be out on. Uh, it should be dropping when you're hearing this. It should be dropping on the 12th. Kendra's and Casey will drop on the 14th. Shout out to Harvey and Kendra because the following week they will have on the 19th and 21st they will have Juneteenth brackets for Best Black Actors and Best Black Actresses. So check that out as well. So like I said before, happy Father's Day. For me, my second year for being a father. Um, this is amazing to joy to be a father. And for the first time ever, I could say this: Happy Father's Day to my father. That I literally just found out. Anthony Wright, even though I've been knowing you for 6 months now, I know for a fact, and I truly believe that if you knew that you were my father, then you would have been there. So I do want to say happy Father's Day to him. I know he's in Florida right now. He's in Orlando right now.
It's 3 hours away
Yeah,
from me.
yeah, he's in Orlando having fun. But happy Father's Day to them. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Another happy Father's Day to a father that is like a father that take care of me out here, and that is David Foster. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we are out.
Bye. Happy Father's Day.